Hello everyone, welcome back to Statistics.Education. If you are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. In previous video, we discussed about data and a very brief introduction of its types. In today's video, we are diving into types of data in depth. So let's get started. Now let's take a look at the topics covered in this video. First we will explore qualitative data, then we will talk about nominal and ordinal data. After that, we will discuss quantitative data followed by interval and ratio data. Next we will cover primary data and finally we will wrap up with secondary data. So let's start the video with qualitative data. Let's understand what is qualitative variable and qualitative data. The variable having non-numerical characteristics is known as qualitative variable, and the observations obtained from such variable is known as qualitative data. For example, gender of the person, that is male or female, the type of food a person eats, that is vegetarian or non-vegetarian, and the education level of a person, that is BTech, MBA or any other degree. All these examples demonstrate the qualitative data. Now let's understand the type of qualitative data, that is nominal data and ordinal data. Let's start with nominal data. Nominal data is a type of data that categorizes the items by labeling them or naming them without any order. For example, bottles filled with ingredients are labeled with the name of the ingredient. In some cases, nominal data can have numerical value as label, but that is not meaningful numerical value. For example, serial number or roll number. The roll numbers are given randomly. They are just labels and not useful for any further mathematical calculations. For example, gender, religion, etc. In gender, we are labeling humans as male or female, right? In religion, we are labeling humans as Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, right? Thus, it is known as nominal data. Moving on to the ordinal data. Ordinal data is data that shows order or ranking among items, but the gaps between items are not equal. For example, rank given in a beauty contest, rank given to products, etc. For example, in a beauty contest, judges rank contestant but they don't specify how much better one rank is over another. Similarly, the smartphones are ranked based upon their features, and one cannot specify how much one phone is better than the other. Now let's move on to quantitative data. The variable having numerical characteristics is known as quantitative variable, and the observations obtained from such variable is known as quantitative data. Here, the keyword is numerical characteristics, which defines quantitative data. For example, quantitative data can include height of the person, age of the person, and weight of the person. Here, all the values are in numerical form, thus it is known as quantitative data. Now let's understand the types of quantitative data, that is interval data and ratio data. Let's start with interval data. Interval data is numerical data with equal gaps between values, but the 0 point does not indicate a total absence of the quantity being measured. There are equal numerical intervals. It may include numerical value 0, but here 0 is not the absence of the value. Okay. For example, 0 degree temperature does not mean the absence of temperature, right? 0 o'clock midnight does not mean the absence of time. So here, 0 doesn't define the absence of the quantity being measured. Moving on to the ratio data. Ratio data is numerical data with equal intervals between values and a true 0 point, indicating the absence of the quantity being measured. Here, the value 0 indicates absence of the value. For example, 0 centimeter indicates the absence of length. The 0 km per hour speed indicates the absence of the speed, right? So here 0 does define the absence of the quantity being measured. Now let's understand what is primary data. Data which is collected for the first time by investigator or agency directly from the source for a specific research purpose or study is known as primary data. This data is obtained by survey, interview, experiments, social media polls, feedback forms, and many other ways. Let's see a few examples of primary data. National sample survey, hotel taking feedback of guests or visitors, company conducting market research, company conducting employee satisfaction survey, Google, Meta, and other websites collecting your data. These are the examples of primary data. Now let's understand the primary data with the help of an example. The government wants to gather the data regarding the population of the country. The government asks teachers to collect the data. The teachers agreed to collect the data by reaching the houses of their area. All the teachers of the country gathered the data. Here, the data is collected for the first time directly from the source, that is people of the country. It is collected by the investigators, that is teachers. And the purpose to collect the data is population counting. This example practically defines the primary data. Now moving on to the last topic of the video, secondary data. Data which is already collected by investigator or agency is used by another investigator or agency, then such data is known as secondary data. This data is already available, so the researcher or investigator can collect this data from books, reports, articles, websites, and government publications. To illustrate secondary data, we are using worldometers.info website. This website provides real-time world statistics on various topics. It's an excellent resource. This data is already collected and we can use this data for research or study purpose. Thus, it is secondary data. You can visit worldometers.info website for more detailed and up-to-date information. I hope this example will help you in understanding secondary data. Let's understand secondary data with the help of an example. The United Nations is gathering data from each country about their population. The United Nations asked government, please give me the data regarding your country's population. And the government will provide the collected data to the United Nations. Here, the United Nations is using already collected data. So for United Nations, this data is secondary data. Let's move on to the quiz section of the video. Which of the following is not an example of qualitative data? A. Age, B. Gender, C. Educational qualification, D. All of the above. Pause the video to think about your answer. Okay, let's eliminate the wrong answers one by one. Gender is a qualitative data, thus it is not the right answer. Educational qualification is qualitative data, thus it is not the right answer. All of the above is not the right answer because age is quantitative data while gender and educational qualification is qualitative data. Thus, the right answer is age as it is quantitative data. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following is not an example of quantitative data? A. Weight, B. Height, C. Age, D. Sports categories. Pause the video to think about your answer. Okay, let's eliminate the wrong answers one by one. Weight is quantitative data, thus it is not the right answer. Height is quantitative data, thus it is not the right answer. age is also quantitative data, thus it is not the right answer. So the right answer is sports categories. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following example defines primary data? A. Books, B. Website, C. Government publications, D. Feedback of customer to the hotel. Pause the video to think about your answer. Okay, let's eliminate the wrong answers one by one. Books are already published by someone else, thus it is not the right answer. Website presents the data which is already collected by someone else, thus it is not the right answer. Government publication shows data which is collected by the government, so it is not the right answer. So the right answer is feedback of customer to the hotel. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more educational content. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Click here to check out our other videos on statistics. See you in the next video.